continue with Sefer Chofetz Chaim, and big topic is the new one. Yeah, it's a new big topic, which is listening to Rechilus. Okay. So today's topic is prohibition, that prohibition. As in the case of Lashon Hara, one must do his best to ignore someone who is about to begin or already begun to speak in Rechilus. Or someone begins talking of how one person has wronged another, to willfully listen as he continues to speak it. Right? According to speak. I'm sorry. Again, if someone begins talking of how one person has wronged another, to willingly listen as to continue to as he continues to speak it, according to Chofetz Chaim, violation of mitzvah verses Shmos 23:1, do not accept the false reports. Just as it is lawful to speak gossip, so it is not befitting a respectable human being to listen to the gossip. So now we're switching to the Rechilus, right? And until now we're talking about Lashon Hara, but actually Lashon Hara and Rechilus, and now but it was speaking Rechilus. Now we're switching to listening to Rechilus. Just to remind us, people who joined us recently, so Rechilus is what is the difference between Lashon Hara and Rechilus? Lashon Hara and when one person speaks derogatory about another, and Rechilus is when somebody comes and report that somebody spoke about us, or somebody spoke bad about our relatives or family members, right? Family members, relatives, the same thing, or of our friends or our close ones. Okay, so and meaning that this speech would promote like us not liking or even hating the purpose the persons who allegedly spoke. So here Chofetz Chaim said we're not allowed to listen and of course believe, but believing it's the next step, even listen. So we have to stop this person. When did it happen to me? Today. So somebody sent me a message, no, yes, no, hello, no, goodbye. So like a screenshot of a person, one person that I've been in contact with for some time. Do you know this person? Okay, and I answered this person. I don't know you. What is the question? So in person tried to squeeze some information from me. Okay, it did not work out according to his likings, but basically that's what it is. So people would squeeze you sometimes, push you, to say some negative things about others, right? We should not stop here. So let's see. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so so this question is somewhat related, and it says, are we permitted to believe Lashon Hara that someone says about themselves? Very interesting. Some people can be a bit too self deprecating to the point where you are not sure whether they might actually be bad company to do prune. Okay, to company do prune. Okay, and others openly repeat Lashon Hara that the other have said about them to complete strangers. But then don't bother discrediting, disproving each report, leaving an unpleasant news open to interpretation. How do we know how do we move forward in a kosher fashion to prune? Okay, thank you. And that's how I read. Right. All right. In a kosher fashion, in such an awkward situation. Okay, so let's try to. So it's very related. Oh, it's somewhat, not very, somewhat related to what we said. But let's see from the beginning. Try to understand. Are we permitted to believe Lashon Hara that someone said about themselves? We're allowed to believe about Lashon Hara that somebody said about themselves, but the question is, okay, so what? 1 second. I think something is wrong. Okay, that's good. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, we're allowed to believe them. Okay, but we're not allowed to believe if they would involve somebody else. So he said, yeah, me, like I'm like this, and so is my brother. Okay, so about him you're allowed to believe. About his brother you're not allowed to believe. Some people can be a bit too self-deprecating to the point where you are not sure they might actually be a bad company. Right, to prune, right? A bad company to cut them off, basically. Yeah, to prune. So if a person speak about themselves negatively, and we have to understand the agenda. If they're mentally sick, so many times, unless you want to invest your life into this relationship, yeah, you can do that, but if you're not ready, so you have to stay away from that person, because I know people like that. I was trying to help many of them, and after some time you just build up. They do push reset button, and they go exactly to the point where they came from. If you want to do it, so yes, but so continue. But if not, if a person is speaking bad about themselves constantly, so you have to understand if a person is trying to do teshuva, so you must help him. I must help him. But if they they like to beat themselves and tell everybody they're a victim or something, that's you stay away from that, right? Right, so and others openly speak Lashon Hara that others have said about them to complete strangers. So that person, it's not proper for him to speak about himself negatively or herself. But once they spoke, we're allowed to believe. But we're not allowed to repeat this thing, right? To anybody, and and not allowed to believe what other people say. To complete strangers, right? To complete strangers is 100% Lashon Hara. So what is not Lashon Hara? As we said before, it's of constructive purpose. Constructive, latelis, meaning that I can help that person, right? Somebody asked me to maybe I can talk to that person, and person changes his or her behavior, maybe, right? So, but if they not trying to enlist my help, so what is the purpose? Right. So I asked this person. He did not like this person from the conversation. I said, "What is your agenda? What are you trying to achieve? Get information from me about other. What is it? I don't know you, right?" And this person said, "You know what this clown said? He said, because of the people, I said, if you don't answer, I'm going to block you. I don't have time. So because usually I'm going to block your works." Right, so this person said, because of people like you, the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. Okay, whatever it means, very interesting. So crazy people. Okay, so continue. Right, so we're not allowed to believe others, and others are not allowed to speak Lashon Hara about that person. Even that person speaks about himself or herself openly. Right. How to move forward, so that's our goal, to understand how to move forward in a kosher fashion in such awkward situation. So we try, so as we just said, you have to understand what is the agenda of that person. Is it a person looking for some support to do teshuva, to change his ways, because she understood how low they fell. Okay, that's one thing. In this case, we should get involved and help. But on the other hand, you have to see that the person is sincere. If they just looking for a company, they looking for attention, that's waste of life, and you better run away, right? Or if person is not looking to change, they're just looking to complain. So what is you just leave, and that's it. Okay, so that's the answer.